I don't know if there is a record for crafting the most crafting tables in vanilla Minecraft, but if there's not, then I am setting one today. My channel has come a long ways in the 13 years that it's been up, and Minecraft has obviously been a huge part of it, so this was the perfect way to celebrate. From Beyblade, to Pokemon content, to Minecraft, and everything in between, I've been uploading videos for a long time, and it took me a lot longer to hit 10,000 subscribers than it took me to craft all these crafting tables, but it still wasn't a quick task. So, this is how I crafted 10,000 crafting tables. And make sure you subscribe if you want to see me do 100,000. Maybe I'll do like 100,000 enchanting tables. That sounds awful. So yeah, I gotta do that basically. Loading into the new world, we gotta do the basics, like punching some trees, killing some animals, getting seeds. And it wouldn't be long before I found myself down in a mine, grabbing some coal and some iron. I went ahead and crafted up some cobblestone stairs because I decided to place all these crafting tables out in the open, up above the tree line, just so I wouldn't really have to do any terraforming to make room for them all. So day one, and we're already placing down our first batch of crafting tables. A full stack of crafting tables. Sadly, I did some math, and we would need 155 more stacks of crafting tables, which is 155 more stacks of logs. So I figured at this point we had a few different options. I could just brute force it with stone tools. I could spend a little bit of time mining, trying to speed up the process with some efficiency 4, potentially some diamond or netherite tools. Or I could do a little bit of both, maybe with even some auto-crafting contraptions in between. And that is the route I decided to go. So look forward to redstone survival on the fly, with someone that doesn't know how to do redstone that great. Obviously I've been playing Minecraft for a really stinking long time at this point, but the new autocrafters and the full range of usability of comparators is still something that evades my grasp. And we're already on to day 2. I made a little storage area under the ground where I could store some items, put a bed, and up top there were some mobs trying to kill me, but I was able to defend myself, and back to placing some torches. I needed food though, so a cow farm happened. I killed some random cows that were running around once I got a few trapped, and some other random animals. Also grabbed some sugarcane for an enchanting table. We're gonna need that enchanting table to get better and better tools, and hopefully speed this process up. After another batch of torches up top, it was time to head down into a cave. And I mined right into a lush cave that had some iron in it, so after dealing with some zombies, I grabbed this iron in here, and then it was back down, continuing deeper and deeper. We'd have to go down to Deep Slate to get those sweet, sweet diamonds. So I took my time doing some poke-hole strip mining, and collecting as much stuff as my pockets could hold. That was a good mining session, and now it's time to do some base level enchanting. So I made myself some diamond gear, including an axe, because, well, yeah, we're gonna be using this bad boy a lot. And I put some enchantments on it. Then started the mid-game grind, trying to get leather and sugarcane for books to get better enchants. I got a chest full of wood, but we're gonna need a lot more stacks than this. It was around this time I started to collect things for an auto-crafting contraption. We're gonna start with the wood farm and work our way to auto-crafting. After pulling together some redstone equipment, I decided to hop into the nether. I needed observers and comparators, both of which needed nether quartz. So I got that stuff and continued collecting odds and bobs we'll need for this project. After gathering all the cobblestone, stone, redstone that I needed to build this thing, I decided to build a little birch platform and grab some deep slate because we're going to be building out of that. Then I started building the contraption itself. Now this thing would be using a TNT duper, so I only needed one piece of TNT, but that is if I built it correctly the first time. I didn't realize that scaffolding was actually needed to trigger block updates on observers. So when I built this the first time, I had a little TNT mishap and had to come back through and correct it a second time. I'm not gonna lie, this definitely hurt the momentum that I had going with this build, but we would have a tree farm soon that could cut down any of the like one tall trees. I think I end up going with like azalea trees just because they're one of the easier ones to do. And this would speed up my wood production a little bit. Although it wouldn't be as fast as just like probably farming wood manually, it's something that I could just leave on overnight and get the majority of the wood that I would need. To make this thing work, I would need a bone meal farm, but first I did a little cleanup work, continued to gather this mid-game material that would help me stay alive, like food. And then it was back down in the mines where I needed to grab some more material for that bone meal moss farm. This moss farm is one of the more consistent ones in the game, and it replenishes itself with bone meal while also producing a surplus, which is exactly what I needed. So right next to the tree farm, I built a little moss farm. It's not super complicated, but it gets the job done and feeds me a little bit of excess bone meal. Using a dropper clock with some glass and water tubes, I was able to move the bone meal over to this hopper chain that would feed into the system, feeding me for the tree farm, and that was another aspect done. But I started clearing away some more space because we got to make some autocrafters, and I hadn't really experimented with the autocrafters at this point, so this was going to be a doozy. This took me a few hours to figure out, but I'll cut it down to about a minute. I thought it would be pretty simple, but there would be multiple steps that we would need. First, we would need to sort out all of the oak logs, and everything else would need to go into a different pile. Then those oak logs would need to be auto-crafted down to planks, and this is kind of a slow process, and also one log makes multiple planks, so we would need multiple lines of crafters to keep up with the speed at which hoppers can pick up the items versus how fast they can spit it out of droppers. So this meant that I would need a line of autocrafters that were set up that basically once they had 4 planks within the autocrafters, they would go off and make that crafting table, shooting it into another storage system. Like I said, it took me quite a while to figure this out, and I know that I'm doing some pretty janky redstone here, but it got the job done, and soon we had an automatic tree farm that automatically crafted crafting tables with the moss farm on top to feed me bone meal. So that meant all there was really left to do was AFK, let this thing cook, and hopefully craft up close to enough crafting tables so that we could get to that big 10,000 mark. After some testing, I had 1 autocrafter spitting out planks and 6 rows of autocrafters to craft up crafting tables, just in case there was some overflow. Now, the long AFK session. In between AFK sessions, I started outlining with stone bricks the area that the crafting tables would need to go in. It would need to go in a 100 by 100 area to be 10,000. And that means that I needed to clean up and light up this area a little bit, including clearing some of these dark oak trees out of the way. After one final large AFK session, I basically had all of the crafting tables crafted, 156 stacks and some change, and we're ready to get to placing. After a few hours of AFKing, I had some leftover wood because the filter backed up, but we had plenty of crafting tables, both manually made and automatically made with this machine to get started. Then started the hour-long process of placing 10,000 crafting tables. I had to hold shift every time so that I wouldn't open the crafting table UI. But as I placed every crafting table, I thought every time I placed one, someone took the time out of their day to probably not only watch one or two of my videos, maybe multiple of my videos, and they felt like I was worthy of hitting the subscribe button so that they would know whenever I uploaded a video. Whether you were here when I was uploading Beyblade content in 2013, doing custom Beyblade battles, custom Beyblade tournaments, unboxings, or if you were here when I was doing some Pokemon stuff in 2014 or 15, like my time machine breeding method tutorials, ditto catching tutorials, or let's play videos. Maybe you subscribed during my Emerald Sea Glass or Pokemon Salt and Shadow let's play that I did last year. That was a lot of fun. Or maybe you were here for any of the Minecraft videos, from the Ultimate Storage Systems to my Lithical SMP to Mineguard, Olympus Craft, and now of course Battlecraft. I've made a bunch of videos here on the channel over the years, and to be honest, I don't even know how many. I did a rough count and it's around 1,100 videos that I've made between this channel before I did the reset of my Beyblade content and the Beyblade content that I've got backlogged as unlisted and private content now. Thank you guys for your support along the way. Thanks to all my Beyblade and Pokemon friends that have stuck around this long and still watch my videos. And most importantly, thank you guys that watch my Battlecraft series and my Olympus Craft series and all the other Minecraft content that I do here on the channel. Minecraft and other indie games that allow me to be a creative inside of a video game. Man, that's what I really enjoy about video games and content creation. Recording videos and making things inside of games is just a unique art experience that I think that if you make content or you watch things like this, then you understand how special it can be, especially just to find that connection point and that relation point to people from all over the world, make friends that are really different than you, and just find these common threads in between all these different types of communities. To me, that's what has been the most special thing, is just seeing my art resonate with different people. And I hope that I can continue doing it into the unforeseeable future. This has been 10,000 crafting tables placed in survival Minecraft. 1 subscriber equals 1 crafting table. Thanks again to each and every one of you, and I'll catch you in the next video.